This is the new Audi RS6 Performance, and it's a little bit like a fight fit Tyson Fury because it's the ultimate version of itself, thanks to more power and less weight. And in this video, I'm going to tell you all about the changes Audi has made to this performance version of the RS6, including the exterior, the interior, and the chassis upgrades. Of course, I'm going to take it for a drive. I'm also going to tell you what's good about it, what's not good about it, and yes, I'm going to launch it to see how quick it is from 0 to 60 miles an hour and over the standing quarter mile, because I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Carwow. Buy, sell, Carwow. Let's start off this video with the most important change Audi has made to their RS6 for this new performance version. Like the normal RS6, it has a 4-litre twin-turbo V8. However, the performance gets bigger turbochargers with more boost pressure. So boost rises from 2.4 bar to 2.6 bar. As a result, you get an extra 30 horsepower and an extra 50 newton meters of torque over a normal RS6. That means the headline figures are 630 horsepower and 850 newton meters of torque. As with the standard car though, you've still got an 8-speed torque converter automatic gearbox with launch control and a quattro 4-wheel drive system. Thing is though, how much of a performance difference do those power upgrades give you? Let's find out by launching it. Audi says the RS6 Performance should do 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3.4 seconds, which is 0.2 of a second quicker than the old RS6. Let's find out what the reality is using my specialist timing gear. I got it set up for launch. Here we go. Oh, I like the countdown on the dash. What's it going to do? 3.39! That's better than they said. 11.57 for the quarter mile. Takes off really quick, but the quarter mile, it's not blown me away. Let's try again. That's a better time. 3.20. What's the quarter mile? Come on. Yay! 11.37. Beautiful. That's more like it. Oh, and Audi wasn't lying about the time either, were they? The RS6 Performance has some pretty serious brakes. Here at the front, you've got 420mm discs gripped by 10 piston calipers. How the heck do they fit all those pistons in there? Look, they sort of offset them. Weird. Now you can actually upgrade the brakes if you want to carbon ceramics. If you do that, you'll actually reduce the car's unsprung mass by 34 kilograms. Yeah. Anyway, let's see how good these standard brakes are in a brake test. What I'm going to do is see how long it takes the car to stop from 100 miles an hour and 60 miles an hour. Let's give it a go. It's going to measure both in one go. So here we are, over 100. Right, it needs to stop from 60 in at least 35 meters. Let's find out if it did it. My God, 31 meters from 60 miles an hour. That is really good. And 84 meters from 100 miles an hour. That again is really good. This thing stops like a demon. Now, if you want to see some comparative brake test figures from another performance car, click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description below to watch a review that I'm not going to reveal exactly what it is. It's going to be a surprise. That's my it's a surprise voice. As with the previous RS6, the RS6 Performance comes with air suspension as standard, and it's specially revised over a standard Audi A6 for a more sporty drive. You also get beefier anti-roll bars, a quattro all-wheel drive system with a limited slip differential on the rear axle. Now what Audi has done for this performance version is slightly revised the software for the 8-speed automatic gearbox to give you faster changes. They've also fitted it with lighter wheels. They're 5 kilos lighter at each corner, so that's a 20 kilograms saving. They've also removed 8 kilograms of soundproofing. Another change is the fact that you get the rear wheel steering as standard on this car. What will these changes do to how the RS6 drives? It's time to find out. Okay, let's take this new RS6 Performance for a hoon. Blimey. Now, one thing that seems different compared to my RS6, the non-performance version, is just how brutal the gear shifts are in manual mode. Obviously, it's a torque converter gearbox, but that change from first to second was really quite bang. Makes it feel a bit madder. Another thing that I'm noticing is the engine just sounds more raucous. Really, really funny, that is. Getting more induction. I don't know whether it's placebo, I don't know whether it's because they've removed that sound deadening, but it just seems a little bit more leery. In fact, there's something about this car which feels a little bit more AMG than RSE, and that is a good thing. No offense, RS guys, but wow, it's just got that mad edge to it. What a nutty car. This is the nuttiest RS yet. It really is. I'll tell you what helps as well, having that rear wheel steer as standard. My old RS6 had it as an upgrade, you know, it was optional, and it does help the car turn in. This one is on the air suspension, and my old RS6, that had the optional Audi sport suspension on steel springs, and I do think that the car does handle better on the steel springs, though there is a slight trade-off in terms of comfort. There is something slightly fun about having a big heavy car like this which you're hooning about and it's riding on air suspension, because you get this slightly floaty feel to it which just makes it feel even more just slightly incongruous that it can do what it does. What an absolute nutter. And it will move around and rotate on you. Crazy, crazy car. This is definitely the most crazy RS6 I have ever driven. What a nut job! You know, this is a big, practical, comfy estate which truly does have a dual personality. It lives up to the name R6 Performance. Sorry, RS6 Performance. Yeah, it's appropriate. I'm going to run you through the visual changes of this performance version of the RS6 over the old normal RS6. So what was silver down there as standard, it's now this matte grey. Also the Audi badge is in black, not silver. Same too with the RS6 badge. Moving down the side, once again, what was silver is now matte grey. Same with the roof bars and the side skirts, plus the mirror caps. All alloy wheels now are 22 inches in diameter, and there's 3 different designs to choose from. And then once again here at the front, what was silver is now matte grey, and Audi badge, yes, it's black here. If you go for one of the carbon models, what is matte grey then becomes carbon fibre. Other than that though, it looks like the old Audi RS6. A great looking car then. For this new performance version of the RS6, Audi has added alcantara to the steering wheel. That feels sporty. The option of blue stitching on the sport seats instead of this normal silver stitching, and seat belts. Plus, the puddle lights don't just say RS6, but actually RS6 Performance. They've also given the car more kit as standard, such as a surround view camera, a heads-up display, and a Bang & Olufsen stereo, though these upgrades have contributed to a higher price. In fact, the RS6 Performance starts from £20,000 more than the old RS6. The starting price is £113,000. Thankfully, you can save almost £3,000 off one through carwow, even though the car is brand new. So if you're thinking about changing your car, you should do it through carwow, so you can check out various offers available on a wide range of cars. You can also sell your current car through carwow. All you have to do is upload some photos of it, give a brief description, then dealers all across the country will bid on your car. Just pick the highest offer, they'll come to your house, take your car away and put the money into your account. It's dead easy. Now if you want to do that now, click on the pop-out banner up there, follow the link in the description below. Alternatively, you can do it at a later date by simply Googling "Help Me Carwow" and we will help you change your car. Here in the back, it's just like a normal RS6, so plenty of knee room, decent headroom, very comfortable in these sportier seats, but being the Performance, yes, you can have this stitching once again instead of this silvery grey, you can have it in blue if you want. Oh, you do get the 2-piece sunroof as standard, which you didn't get before on the old RS6. That's good. There are no changes to the boot in any way, shape or form. It's still very practical and it still has the same 565 litres of capacity as the previous RS6, which is less than you get with the Mercedes-AMG E63S estate. that has 640 litres of low capacity. Which brings me on to 5 annoying things about the Audi RS6 Performance. You see, unlike the Mercedes-AMG E63S and the BMW M5 competition for that matter, there's no rear-wheel drive drift mode on this RS6. I mean, Audi managed to do a drift mode for the RS3, but not for this. Look, it's very hard to get drifting. I'm just going to try it now. I'm just going to get some understeer. Yes, I've got some understeer. I've got a bit more of understeer there. Kind of going, sort of. Almost crashed into the bush in the end. If I'd have been in the Mercedes or BMW, that would have been easy and looked way better. The integrated headrest in the sports seat really blocked the view from the person sat behind it, so they can't really see very well out the front window. That's maybe a good thing, because you don't know how quick you're actually going. Do you like the RS6 in this Tango red paint scheme? Looks really good, doesn't it? Unfortunately, you won't actually be able to order this car in that colour. For some reason, Audi have removed Tango red from the car's configurator. This is the only Tango red RS6 Performance that will ever be registered in the UK. Eventually, it will go on the used market, and if you buy this car, you will have a one of one. The RS6 Performance comes with a sports exhaust as standard. It's just a shame that Audi hasn't removed the soft limiter for when you rev the car while stationary. It tops out at 4,000 RPM, which means that when you rev the car when it's standing still, it sounds boring. The Audi RS6 Performance might be lighter than the old RS6. However, it's still a bit of a fatty. It weighs in at 2,090 kilos, which is more than a Mercedes-AMG E63S and a BMW M5 competition. They're both noticeably lighter.
It's not all negative though. Here's 5 good things about this car.
For this performance version of the RS6, Audi has added some change-up colour lights to the rev counter on the car's dials. I can't show you them when I'm stationary, so here's a cutaway. They should help you not miss a gear. Audi is very pleased to brag in its press release that the new Audi RS6 Performance comes fitted with Continental's new Sport Contact 7 tyres. However, the ones on this press car are Hankook Ventus S1 Evo 3s. I think that's a bit like the red paint, it's just an anomaly for this press car. Thanks to the standard fit air suspension, you can lower or raise the ride height. It's really handy if you're having to drive over speed humps or up a steep drive. So you just press the button there to raise it all the way up by 5 different notches. It's raising. Still raising. Still raising. Still raising. Finally, it's done. Audi limited the top speed of the RS6 to 155 miles an hour. However, with this new performance version, it's limited to 174 miles an hour. So you get an extra 90 mile an hour for free. However, you can pay extra to unleash the full 189 miles an hour like you could on the old RS6. If I look at the trick computer for this car, it says the economy is 9.2 miles per gallon. But then again, I have been thrashing it for filming. Surely the long-term memory will be a lot better. It is better, but it's 11.3 miles per gallon. However, this is a press car. It's been thrashed by other people besides me. And I know, having lived with an Audi RS6, that it will be possible to achieve their claimed 22 miles per gallon if you drive it like a normal person. Also, I know that this engine, if you're just cruising on the motorway at 70 miles an hour, will do over 30 miles per gallon, which is insane considering the performance it has available. Another great thing about the Audi RS6 Performance is just how good it is as a daily driver. One of the main things is the suspension. That standard air suspension deals with bumps so well. Here comes a bump. Hardly felt it. Amazing! It's so comfortable to just drive around town over potholes and over bumps. Also, you've got brilliant all-round visibility. Another thing I really like is that rear wheel steering. It makes it quite manoeuvrable. You know what? You wouldn't really think that it's a performance model when you're just driving it sedately. The only thing that gives the game away is this Alcantara steering wheel and the fact that when you plant your right foot, this happens. Little pause for the gearbox to kick down and then, oh, off we go. And then when you're cruising at higher speeds, you notice how quiet it is. It really is quite quiet. Do not have to raise your voice at all. People don't even know that you're driving if you're having a phone conversation with them over Bluetooth. It really is very, very serene in here. Yes, they've removed some soundproofing and the car, when you're flooring it, does seem more angry. But when you're just dailying it and cruising, you wouldn't know. I do think that this car is ever so slightly easier to live with daily compared to its other German competitors. So then, what's my final verdict on the Audi RS6 Performance? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, considering I thought you should go right ahead and buy the old Audi RS6, this performance version is no less comfortable nor practical, but it is slightly harder edged when you want it to be, and therefore more fun. So it's a no-brainer. If you want this kind of car, go right ahead and buy it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know if you agree with my verdict in the comments below. Maybe you prefer to have a BMW M5, though that's only available as a saloon, or an E63S Estate. If you want to watch some more videos, click on those windows there. And if you click on that box there, you can go to Carwow to sell your car the easy way. Just upload some photos, give a brief description, then dealers all across the country will bid on your car. It's dead easy. Thanks for watching.